these are things worth fighting for. Is I mean, that's a pretty big one. The a new amendment, that doesn't allow political campaign contributions. It's a pretty big one. I mean, it makes sense, right? I feel like it got into this sort of thing where, well, the Democrats, they take political contributions, so we're going to combat that with our, it just gets into this race of bad race that. She says it's which I couldn't, I'm so glad that, yeah, there's some, yeah. She says it's the poison that is in this sort of political system. How do you get an amendment? So then I'll probably go researching about when was this amendment? What made this? What did people do then to make an amendment occur, or all these things. But I guess the message is like finding somebody that believes that, yeah, we should be able to contribute to. I'm like, really? Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like you should be able to? What? Don't you want your voting opinion viewed directly? So. I could probably say it better, but I don't know how to say it better. But it is, it is about this sort of breaking this spell, this sort of it is kind of fucked up, this sort of thing with the Obama thing, with when she said this about about he just tried to pass pretty like basic gun control, like if you want to buy a gun you need to do a background check, I believe. Like that feels like a safe thing, and he couldn't even do that. The president couldn't even fucking do it. So what does that say about, there's either going to be a shift in how things are, and there maybe will be a new progressive era, or there won't be. And it breaks my fucking heart that if there's somebody listening to this in the future and there isn't. So, like, I take this stuff very seriously. I think about it like this. I really do think about it like this. I mean, these are the days, these are the months. I joked about it saying, fuck a secret, but like, really, fuck a secret? Who gives a fuck? Fuck a fucking secret. Like, we're talking about decades and centuries of progression. I mean, it's like, it should be one of the, like, I think it's like, because the phone is our friend, data is our friend, or Instagram, or these things, these are our friends. These are, this is where I consume, but the amount of money that they're making is fucking insane. Just off data alone. Google is very useful. Hey, I understand, this, and I'm being sarcastic. Google is so useful. You know, they gotta make money somehow. And they are making money in a fucking half, you know? Like, they're making so much money, man. So much fucking money. And they don't want to part with it either. So I feel like just the average American citizen does not know this. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. What would Theodore do, you know? What would he do? Maybe I should just ask myself that all the time. What would Theodore Roosevelt do? But then again, he was fucking president, so... Ain't no president. Ain't no prezi. I'm no journalist. I can barely pick up dog shit without fucking having a mental breakdown with hearing voices in my head. So what do you know, what the fuck you want me to do? But then again, it's maybe there's a consensus like, oh, everything's fine, you know, this is just the way. This is just the way of it all. It's like, no, this is not the way. There was something, I remember hearing about something about privacy and data. And it was like, when you protect your privacy, you're not protecting, like, even if you have nothing to hide, it's not about having anything to hide. It's about the inferences that are being made about you without your knowledge. So even if you have nothing to hide, which is that's generally the type of person I am. I have nothing to fucking hide. Now, I can't speak for most people, but, you know, whatever. That's a whole other fucking topic and discussion and sort of thing. But, you know, you sort of... Yeah, you can't... It's a thing that you can't check out of, you know? You can't check out of it. I could go to a lake somewhere or something and just be alone or something and be rowing a boat and hearing the fucking birds and shit or something in the waves and being like, this is life, you know, or something. And I could check out. Sure. But you know what happens? I think about all the people then that are using these sort of things. I think about it. All these people, billions of people, the whole world. The whole world uses Google. The whole world uses YouTube. The whole world. What does that tell you? When has there been a product like this where the whole world uses it? And maybe there are some people that maybe don't use the internet, like literally. Or YouTube. I don't know, man. Fucking... Be like a minority and a minority and a minority. Or maybe there are people that feel the same way I do about all these things. I don't know. I feel like the ones that came before, I feel like these ones that are, say, 60 or 50 or 40, I feel like they've seen these things and they're like, damn, you know, fucking Congress, man, you know. And maybe that's what happens. Maybe I go this sort of path where I'm just like, man, fuck this, you know. This is crazy. You know, all this fucking lobbying and public, not public, this sort of, you know, oh, we don't want that bill to pass because that helps us monetarily, you know, and not the people, that sort of thing. I wonder if I turn into something like this, where I go, lobbies are how they are, lobbyists are, it's just how it is, it's just how it is. It's like, no. Or that maybe that is what occurs. You know, you sort of, you know, you're either absorbed by your job or the life around you, and so therefore you have no time to sort of be involved in politics, or, you know, you're just trying to sleep, you know. You're just trying to have a cold beer and watch a football game. I get that, you know, or something. I understand this. So maybe that's what it is. But I have to find a way to reach that fucking person. I can't not. I have to. I fucking have to. We're coming into a data age. We've already been in it since 2010. Something's wrong. And it's like, we can't see it or something. Or we are sort of distracted. I have to remember, yeah. Like I said, we're either going to come into a new progressive era or we're not. If we're not, welcome back 2008. Welcome back COVID. Welcome back. Get ready for it. It's coming. I don't want that to happen, but get ready for it. And these are, if you scoff at these, then I really, you know, I really, how do you say it? We can't laugh anymore. Or what I mean by that is we have to take this seriously. So either a progressive era really does occur, or we just fucking pull each other apart. What's the word? Tautological. It's tautological. It has occurred before. Cable, the internet, social media. I don't know how you sort of feel like it's I feel like I'm standing in a sort of a field or something, and there's buffalo or sheep or some sort of animal or something, bunch of the same animal. Maybe like buffalo is fine, I guess. I'll do buffalo, and I'm just standing there, fucking with this fucking tooth. And I got this little tiny lasso, and I'm like, you know, And you can't put it like, you can't advertise it like, just be kind, you know. You can't do that. They're not gonna take it like that. You know? It's not about that. It's about the fucking infrastructure. It's hilarious. It's like the juxtaposition of it is like, you know, there's these corporations that make all this money and then that incentivize what they want, and then you break it down to sort of social media, and then there's these sort of creators that make content that is potentially harmful or toxic or whatever, how you want to say it, and they're making money and they don't want to give it up. So it's like, fuck, you know? It's like, you know, there is, I won't say they don't care, but there is a sort of, it feels like the consensus is that they don't care and it's all about the money. So then it goes back to the human thing. That's all right. You're on a planet. Well, I don't care. You know. I don't know what to do about that. Actually, I do know what to do about that. I've talked about it. You demonetize hatred, and I don't mean sort of. If there was, if I was paid to whip somebody, and people paid me to do this, and it was live or something, and they paid me to whip somebody because the people wanted to fucking see it. They wanted to be like, yeah, and they wanted to have that sort of part of them, of their humanity, be thrilled or whatever. They're probably gonna keep paying me to, you know, to do that because they want to see that. You know. So then, I forget where I was going with this one. Too many fucking analogies. We used to, you know, MMA's fine, but we used to literally have a coliseum where there were people that would, you know what I mean? And we'd pay to see this, you know, little popcorn and shit. Things don't change by themselves. Fundamentally, with this sort of the infrastructure of everything. If people like watching people fight, you know, I don't know. I don't want to judge it anymore. I don't want to judge it anymore. But yeah, I gotta remember, I can't just say anything, because then I can't just say anything here in this recording, because then people might infer this to this or this to this, and I'm being very literal. If I'm talking about people, if I'm talking about somebody whipping somebody, I'm talking about literally somebody whipping somebody. I'm not talking about anything else. Yeah. there are no cable news networks where you can watch uh, somebody get fucking shot or stabbed to death. I don't believe there are, at least. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know? Fuck. There are no cable networks where we're having somebody, something graphic happen to somebody's. They cut to it or they describe it. Yeah, that's a good thing. Good thing. That's a very good thing. We don't want that. So I feel like we've lost that. With the internet, we've lost that. It's all, yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, but there are things that get taken down, which I guess is, this is very. It's not a conversation that should be just a recording of one person just talking about it. I'll tell you that. I was thinking about journaling on a sort of. Let me pause on that one, because I'll just go crazy on that one. If I keep talking about that one, I'll go crazy. Because there's so many different types of media. There's so many different types of forms of media. There's so many types of different media that's that's blurred or this. There's so many loopholes with that, and then with this, and then all this, and then there's so many. Yeah, there's just so much stuff with that. I was thinking about it sort of, it would be kind of cool if every human being, regardless of what you did all day, literally regardless of what you did, journaled your feelings or emotions or dreams or endeavors or just journaled. Fuck a picture, you know what I mean? Fuck a video. Fuck a big smile, But the words. And other people are reading other people's journals, and I don't know, I thought that might be kind of cool. And no likes either. No likes or reposts or anything. It's just people's separate journals, Mirror is kind of like that, but Mirror is more, I feel like, more for like articles and stuff like this. But if it's the sort of thing where it's just right, or something, and there's no, you physically cannot add a photo, you physically cannot add a video, or you can't link to anything, just pure text. And maybe the option to be on the blockchain, maybe. I feel like that would be kind of interesting. you can only make one account. Or if you make another account, it would be linked or something. But you only get one account. Or I guess if you lose access to it, then I guess you'd have to make another account. But I don't know. You can make as many accounts as you want, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm thinking about... No, I'll just be thinking. I'd be thinking... Yeah. You can make as much as you want, I guess. But I think having... I love this sort of wallet thing. I love this. I love the ability to, like... You know, you sign in with your wallet. You sign out. You sign in with your wallet. You know, this sort of thing. I love that. Yeah. So... I love that aspect of it. Feels like you're like... Feels like it is like a little journal with a little lock and a key on it, you know? Like a little diary or something. But I think that'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? Can you imagine reading the journal of, I don't know, somebody or something that you'd... Maybe some people would use it more as like a... Maybe they'd write sort of creative stuff or something, I don't know. But, I don't know, it's, I don't know. The text would probably be, that'd be kind of interesting. The text would only be allowed, the only text that would be allowed would be, the text that's in the terminal type text, the one that's in Google, whatever the Google terminal is. That sort of basic text like that. And you can have whatever background color you want with whatever text color you want. And that's it. There will be no sort of... the one thing I don't like about the mirror is that the title is very huge. You know, it's very large. So I think it would just be end up lines of sort of... Yeah, I'm just getting all creative with it. All right. Let me get this piece of paper that has already stuff on it. I picked up a piece of paper. I didn't see what was on it. It says unrelated to the BCI. What they do this is something comparable to the Nazi experiments. I think anyone who supports these experiments or tries to narrate this into something good is evil, the dark. Something contents of... I talked about that already. I'm just hanging out at this point. But yeah, like a... let's see. Here's a little profile picture. Yeah, profile. Mirror thing. Steal that from mirror. The little thing there. I do like how it is these sort of little, these little different separate, like the posts themselves have little separate, these like little blocks. So I find that interesting. So maybe you'd sort of keep that and then you'd scroll through somebody's sort of blocks. So I guess sort of like Arena, I guess, but the sort of tile thing, how it is. And you scroll through it and maybe there will be some sort of date or something on the way I'm drawing it. I drew a square, and then I drew a little rectangle thing on the bottom of it that says the date of when it was published or whatever. Maybe something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Just these, and then maybe the title would just be something. Maybe not even no pictures, and then maybe no titles. I mean, when you title thing, you don't title a journal, do you? I mean, you date it, but you don't go today's adventure or something. I don't think you do that. You just write into it. So maybe that. I'm gonna try to make a little thing about this. I'll try to make a little thing. I'll just take a fucking picture of it. I don't fucking know. But that'd be kind of cool. You just get somebody's. The top is it basically looks like Mirror, and with the logo with your profile picture. I guess a profile picture. You can have a fucking image. Profile picture, and then your author address on the blockchain, or whatever you want to call it. Your author address. And then you have these blocks with little, and they'd be, maybe you get to choose the color of your blocks, sure, maybe. Then you'd have on the bottom right corner, you'd have the date of it, small text, and somebody clicks on your little block of your entry, and then you see the text, and the text is this, that font that I was saying, the Google text font, TXT font. Just journaling. Can't like them, can't retweet them. You could send it to somebody. You can send it to be like, hey, check out this, in a message or something. But you can't retweet it or something or repost it. And it would be something for you. It'd be something, it'd be, here's my journal of my thing. So maybe you'll get fast food workers coming home from the day, and they'll be writing, and maybe they'll be being creative or venting about their fucking boss, or who knows, But they'll be journaling if they choose to. Some people don't even journal. Some people nobody's ever said to them to journal or write how you feel or write, nobody's ever said this. Or here, be creative, I think that's, I don't know. Well, that was that, I guess. I have so many fucking papers. It's insane how many fucking just random loose printer paper I have with. Here's one that says, be wary of who you donate money to. I'll probably throw them all out anyways. I don't want any memory of all this shit. All right.